WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley. With convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut, visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org. .5 WSKB.
Okay. This is a song that there's a lot of Christmas songs out there, and not too many Hanukkah songs. So wrote a song for all those nice little Jewish kids who don't get to hear any Hanukkah songs. Here we go. Put on your yarmulke, here comes Hanukkah. So much Hanukkah to celebrate Hanukkah. Hanukkah is the festival of lights. Instead of one day of presents, we have 8 crazy nights. When you feel like the only kid in town without a Christmas tree, here's a list of people who are Jewish, just like you and me. David Lee Roth lights the menorah. So do James Conn, Kirk Douglas, and the late Dinah Shore. Guess who eats together at the Carnegie Deli? Bowser from Sha-Na-Na and Arthur Fonzarelli. Paul Newman's half Jewish, Goldie Hawn's half too. Put them together, what a fine-looking Jew. You don't need Deck the Halls or Jingle Bell Rock, 'cause you can spin a dreidel with Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock, both Jewish. Put on your yarmulke, it's time for Hanukkah. The owner of the Seattle Supersonicas celebrates Hanukkah. O.J. Simpson, not a Jew. But guess who is? Hall of Famer Rod Carew. He converted. We got Ann Landers and her sister, dear Abby. Harrison Ford's a quarter Jewish, not too shabby. Some people think that Ebenezer Scrooge is. Well, he's not, but guess who is? All three Stooges. So many Jews are in showbiz. Tom Cruise isn't, but I heard his agent is. Tell your friend Veronica, it's time to celebrate Hanukkah. I hope I get a harmonica on this lovely, lovely Hanukkah. So drink your gin and tonica and smoke your marijuana. If you really, really wanna go, have a happy, 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 happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah.
All right, coming at you like a big dog in heat. This is the Bobby G and Company show.
Oh, she grabbed the wrong mic. There you go. Now you're all set.
Now she's all set. Well, actually, I think we gave her that mic on purpose, but just saying.
Oh, okay. I don't know. She had 4 in front of her for a long time, and then at the last minute, she grabbed 5, and I was looking down.
5?
She does that.
I thought I had.
She will
4.
do that.
Sorry about
just
that.
to mess with you.
Oh, no worries.
So this is you started off with a double play. We started off with the John Williams Boston Pops version.
That's like a different arrangement, huh?
Yeah, it's the Alexander Courage, the theme from the original Star Trek series. And there's a reason that I played that. We'll get into that in a little bit. And today is the first day of Hanukkah. So I thought, what better could we do than Adam Sandler? Wanted to start it off with that as well. So we did a double play to kick off the show. Woohoo! I'll tell you, you never know what's going to happen. You just never know. So joining me this morning, as always, at 6:08. I don't know who the heck gets up voluntarily at this point other than us.
You love it. Both of you stop.
No, this is a lot of fun. I will admit.
It'd be more fun if it was like 10 o'clock.
No, because then I wouldn't have to get up, and I would be like, oh, my God, what else do I need to be doing? At this point in time, I should just be sleeping so I don't get that conflict.
Right.
But so we got the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Peter Coles, joining us in the studio control booth this morning. Good morning, Peter. How are you
Good
today?
morning. I'm doing okay. It's been a busy night. We had a 3-hour flood control commission, well, 2.5. Flood control commission last night, so I didn't get to bed till a little bit late.
Well,
but I'm doing okay.
And you started off the evening in a meeting with that jerk from the Bobby G and Company show.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy. This guy is just such a tool. I don't get him. But anyway,
I don't get him either.
So we had our meeting last night. We decided, it's funny because we do these shows every week, and they are a lot of fun. If you don't catch that, then I don't know. But we have so much fun doing this. But this year, our Christmas show is actually Christmas Eve. And I wanted that to be special. I didn't want it to be cookie cutter. I wanted to really step up the notch here a little bit, or however you want to word that.
Yep.
And so we called a meeting yesterday. We got all together at the Tank in Agawam, 15 convenient locations, one near you. And we just sat down and we went over different ideas. And I'm so glad that we did, because now we are so on the same page.
Everybody's on the same page.
This is going to be an awesome show. And we're going to be doing 4 hours. You can count them on my finger. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is the longest show that we've ever done with Bobby G and Company. It is. But, we talked it out. We're going to have all kinds of things happening.
Plenty of help and support from the other.
Yes, we are going to have
other hosts.
All of the other hosts on WSKB have been invited in.
For the first time, they don't we've done this show in the past at the studio up at Westfield State. We've done it in the coffee shop at Patrick's place.
Yeah, Patrick's old place. Yep.
And then we kind of did it here last year, but it was tough getting schedules and stuff like that. Well, now with the advent of Zoom, it might be a lot easier for people to come in and say hi.
This is going to be a lot of fun. So, and not only do we have the personalities from WSKB, so even if you're a cursory fan of this show, but you love Harry Rock's monthly, his show.
Rock on Westfield.
Rock on Westfield. Harry hopefully is going to be one of them in there. I know our good friend Mr. Ken Stomsky is going to be in here, and he's going to be doing his annual segment, the Gifts from Santa. What does he actually call that, Pete?
Bad Gifts from Santa.
Bad Gifts from Santa. I knew it was something like that. And I am so looking forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun. So Kenny's going to be joining us.
He might give you a doozy this year.
Well, he's, Pete and I, not Pete, Kenny. Excuse me, Kenny and I were talking last night. We were texting again last night.
After we solved the miscommunication issue.
Yes, after we took care of the miscommunication issue.
See how easy that was to solve? It took me all of, 20 minutes?
That's what I said to you. That's what I said. It was only a miscue.
Yeah, but these things happen.
Exactly. So I had said to Kenny, when we were messaging, I says, he had told me that every year he's always in studio for the complete Hollywood holiday show.
Yeah.
So I said, well, why don't you plan on joining us?
Yeah.
I says, and he's like, I says, honestly, Kenny, I said, it'd be an honor. I says,
we had fun on the wine show.
We did. And, so he's like, he was laughing. He says, an honor, huh? LOL. I says, that's how I see it. That truly is how I see it. Kenny's a friend. And I'd love to have him in here with us and, have him inject his 2 cents worth of comments and opinions in our usual routines and what we're going to be doing above and beyond. So I can also tell you, the cat's going to be a little bit out of the bag with this. We are going to have a visit in the 3rd hour of the show from the man.
A jolly fellow?
A jolly fellow himself.
You like that one?
A big-ass elf. Man, do I mean big.
Jolly fellow.
Yes, a jolly fellow himself is going to be joining us during the 3rd hour. And we're gonna Pete, I got some ideas I want to talk to you about off air that we can announce during the show. So lots going on.
All right, and also after we do our first couple of segments around 6:30, I want to play you a successful failure.
Okay.
A video.
All right. Cool. So that's all coming up in 2 weeks. But today we also have joining us the other sexual beast, Mrs. Lynn O'Brien. Good morning, Lynn. How are you?
Don't tell her husband that.
Well, he's the one who told me.
Oh, good morning.
So, good morning, hon. How are you today?
I'm awake. I slept
You
good.
are. You were like on the way in this morning. You were like bouncy.
I know.
And it wasn't just the people you were running over on the sidewalk.
It wasn't the bumps in the road.
No, that's cool.
I
it's
slept good.
amazing. Between
What's that?
If I come out of my house at 5:20, I can go to Dunkin' Donuts and get a coffee. If I come out of my house at 5:30, there's 7 cars in line.
Wow, you found that line.
It's like the what do they call it? The Mason-Dixon line. Or,
Yeah.
Or the International Date line. Once you cross that line, forget it.
Yeah. People
So-
are
and
creatures of
every-
habit, though. That's what they do.
Exactly.
Every Dunkin' on the way through, there's 2 of them.
Okay.
Everyone had a line of cars.
Oh, wow. Cool. Well, hey.
It's like, this blows.
Yeah. I definitely get that. So now, Pete, we talked just a moment ago. We mentioned how we had our meeting for the Christmas show over at the Tank last night. As far as meetings go, I gotta say I like that venue.
Yeah, and I was a bit preoccupied because yesterday was.
Well, yeah, you had all kinds of phone stuff going on. during the
yesterday
meeting.
was a historic day. Well, I'm tasked with trying to do something for a city councilor, so
Yep.
I'm working on that.
Yeah.
but also it was a historic day in space flight. And,
Oh, yeah, the
and
launch.
that's the video that I want to show because it was a successful failure.
Okay. All
And
right.
and I have the video of it. I
Cool.
pulled a clip of just the flight, so
Okay.
it's really cool. But the build up and things like that, and
So you're going to show that today, you said?
oh yeah, I have it
Okay,
all ready
cool.
to go.
Awesome. All right.
And watching other people that are big into space like I am, including people who are getting funding out there with successful YouTube channels and things
Yep.
like that.
Yep.
Everyday astronaut Tim Dodd started as just a fan, and he's now gotten to be one of the preeminent YouTube voices on space. And
The final frontier.
he's been down there in Boca Chica for a couple of weeks now. And,
Okay.
And he gets his funding from some stuff that he sells and some YouTube revenue, but a lot of people support him via Patreon and just donations.
Yep.
And the coverage that they had was pretty darn good. But he was like a little kid, and when the thing launched, just to see something that big launch.
Yeah, that is cool. No doubt.
And
where is he? What's the name of the town or city?
Boca Chica, Texas.
Who names these places?
Say that 3 times fast.
Boca Chica. It sounds
It's
like
near Brownsville.
It sounds like a Puerto Rican porn queen.
It's down near. It's
Yo,
down near.
Boca Chica. Yo, man, what's going on with that?
The beach apparently is
What is-
spectacular.
I mean, yeah. Oh, I'm
Gonna
sure.
get in
But but what he
I'm
said
sure
was
the view is incredible. I mean,
But what he
with a
said
name like
was
that.
is something that holds true, and I was telling you guys this yesterday at the meeting. Is that
Yeah.
normally these type of operations and these testing and stuff like that are done on these military bases or ranges or stuff where the public doesn't get to see these things,
Yeah.
right? You hear about them and you read an article, the press release,
Sure.
but you never get to see them. And this is being done. Literally, you can drive by their facility on the way to the beach. You can't do it when there's testing because they close the road.
Okay.
But you can literally drive within a mile of a Starship
That's cool.
going to the beach.
That is cool.
And I plan on going there this year.
That would be cool. Now, if they start
planning on
building
going
Enterprise or something like that, I'll be there. That would be a cool.
Listen, this looks like
a
Buck.
fan thing.
You're going to see this and you're going to say Buck Rogers.
Buck Rogers,
Absolutely.
half a buck, 50 cent, 50 cent on board, half a Buck Rogers.
No. We could send 50 Cent. He'd probably enjoy it.
Hey, can we send Pelosi?
No.
It's a one-way trip.
You can't mention anything about that anymore. YouTube will throw us out for that.
For what?
They circulated an email. If you talk about the election being stolen or fraud or anything, in any detail, you can get your channel pulled.
Okay, I do have a read.
Pelosi
I
has
have
nothing to do with that.
Yeah, I have a comment to make on that, but I'll bite my tongue on it. It's
I know.
YouTube pulling my channel.
I
All
don't
right.
want to pull all our videos because we have a lot up there. So
All right. So listen, let's get into some stuff here.
Yes.
We got
Let's.
it is 6:17. I was on time. At 6 o'clock, I was on time.
Yeah, I know, Chatty Cathy.
I know. So we got some national what days?
what?
What?
Say what?
All right. It is actually the Dewey Decimal System Day.
Yep, I did that when I was in high school.
Yeah. Lynn
Do
was
you know what
in-
it is, Dewey Decimal?
Yes, it's library.
Yeah. Classification system.
Classifications. Thank you. Yeah, Lynn was actually a part of that. She was working with Dewey at the time. And today is actually, here's another one you can get into. Today is National Logger Day.
She
And
likes her bearded men.
And that's not the lumberjacks. Yeah. Not the lumberjacks. No, this is because that brings us into the next one, National Human Rights Day. And it's also, here's one for us, Nobel Prize Day. I wonder if the Bobby Jean Company will be nominated for a Nobel Prize this year.
In what category?
Yeah.
pick one.
I was just
I
going to
don't know.
say that. Peace?
Literature.
Literature, that works. Except we didn't write anything. But yeah, I mean, that works. How about creative entertainment? All right, and today, if you hadn't figured it out from the Adam Sandler song, Hanukkah Begins. Now, I did not know this. Did you know that Hanukkah Beginning actually changes annually?
Yeah.
This year it's December 10th, but it changes every year,
Yep.
apparently. I
Yeah.
did not know that.
I think the Jewish calendar is a little bit different than ours.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, it does.
Yeah. So let's do up some historical events, and we've got some yesterday with Connie Talbot. Woo!
Yesterday,
Sing it, girl. Sing it.
all my troubles seem so far away.
All right, picture at Sicily. No, that's a different show. The year 1817. Mrs. Lynn O'Brien was working here at the time. And
Hurt
the
you.
Mississippi actually became the 20th United States state. Huh. And here's, Lynn, I thought of you when I got this
I'll
one.
bet.
1868.
Really?
Okay, no, not for the year, but for what it is.
Okay.
The very first traffic lights are installed in the world.
Oh,
They were outside the Palace of Westminster in London, and they actually resembled railroad signals. They use what they call semaphore, arms, and are illuminated at night, red or green. I thought of you right away because I know I know you have no idea what a traffic light actually looks like.
it's red. Oh,
Yeah.
well.
Oh, hey, what's that? It's like
That was just
Christmas
a suggestion,
lights.
right?
Yeah. It was nothing there. 1884, Mark Twain's The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn is published for the very first time. 1901, the very first Nobel Prizes are awarded. Woo! Bobby G and Company in the running for today.
Boy.
1906, U.S. President Theodore Roosevelt wins the first Nobel Peace Prize for an American. 1927, the phrase Grand Ole Opry is used for the first time on air.
There you go.
Definitely not my forte.
Nope.
1955, and not busting your chops, but you might know this one. The Mighty Mouse Playhouse premiered on TV today.
Mighty Mouse.
I did not know there was I knew who Mighty Mouse was, but I did not know that there was a Mighty Mouse Playhouse.
I didn't either.
I knew there was a Mickey Mouse Playhouse.
Yep, nope, this is Mighty Mouse.
Never heard of it.
So, yep, I'm going to have to look that one up, make sure I didn't read that wrong. But no, it said Mighty Mouse. But maybe it's Mickey Mouse, and it was just a typo on their part. I don't know. Look that one up for me.
I'm going to look.
1965, the Grateful Dead's first concert performance under the Grateful Dead name. But what's weird about this is that I looked into this. Some sources actually don't have that as the 10th, but the 4th of December of 1965. So there's a little bit of a discrepancy there. 1968, we have Japan's biggest heist, which is still unsolved. The 300 million yen robbery was carried out in Tokyo. That equates to today's dollars and $8.42 U.S. dollars. 300 million yen. All right. I got to get the crickets going on that one. All right. So celebrity births. Let's do some wildfire.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Love you guys.
Love you guys, too. They are also going to be a part of our Christmas Eve special. And it was, Lynn just confirmed, the Mighty Mouse Playhouse.
Yep, it was on CBS from 1955 to 1967.
Oh.
Wow.
I knew Mighty Mouse had, obviously, a cartoon. And here I go to save the day. And but I did not know there was a playhouse involved.
Yeah, me neither.
So, celebrity births today of the year 1830. Miss Emily Dickinson was born today, passed away in 1886. The American poet. She was a poet and didn't know it.
Oh,
1851, I know it. Melvin Dewey. Remember we were talking before about the Dewey Decimal Day.
Yep.
Melvin Dewey was born today in 1851. He passed away in 1931. He was an American library and, I guess, the inventor of the Dewey Decimal System.
Yep.
So if you remember at the top of the hour, we started off with the John Williams version of the Boston Pops Star Trek, the original series theme. That was created or written by Alexander Courage, who was born today in 1919. He passed away in 2008. American composer, best known for the theme for the original Star Trek series. Here's another one for you sci-fi folks, and I did not know this guy had died. 1928, John Colicos, who passed away in 2000, was a Canadian actor best known for playing Baltar, the villain in the original Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's been in a ton of things, but that's what I really knew him from. And here's one, you may or may not know this guy by name, but you will if you're any kind of a 80s movie buff. The year 1933, Mako was born today. He passed away in 2006. He was a Japanese-born American actor.
Wasn't he Kato or something?
He was best known for playing Akiro, the wizard, in Conan the Barbarian in 1982 and Conan the Destroyer in 1984. Yeah, those are awesome movies. They still stand the test of time today. 1941, and I did not put this one in here for the guy's name, I promise. Thomas Lee Kirk was born today. You may remember, if you're my age, Lynn, you're going to know this guy because the way that we were, what was popular for entertainment when we were younger. Mm-hmm. He was the American actor, still is actually, he's not dead, Best known for his work with Walt Disney Studios. He starred in Old Yeller. He was in The Shaggy Dog, Swiss Family Robinson, and The Misadventures of Merlin Jones. If you saw a picture of him, you would know who he was.
What's his name?
Thomas Kirk, or Tommy Kirk. And, yeah, you would definitely know who he was just by that. 1952, Susan Day was born today, the American actress. She played Laura Partridge on The Partridge Family from 1970 to 74. And then, and I did not know this because I never watched the show, she played Grace Van Owen on L.A. Law from 1986 to 92.
I did know that, yeah.
And, yeah, she was born today. Did you see him? Get a picture of him?
Oh, yeah, there he is.
Tommy Kirk, yeah. 1957, Michael Clark Duncan was born today, passed away in 2012. This was a big guy. American actor, best known for his breakout role as John Coffey in The Green Mile in 1999. He also starred in Armageddon in 98, The Whole Nine Yards in 2000, Planet of the Apes in 01, The Scorpion King in 02, Daredevil in 03, Sin City in 05, Kung Fu Panda in 08, and Green Lantern in 2011. Here's one for you if you know who she is. I always thought this girl was gorgeous. 1961, Nia Peoples was born today, the American actress and singer. I knew her from, there was a B movie at best called Deep Star 6 in 89, and she had a nice role in that. And
wasn't she in Fame for a while, too?
I think so, yeah, something like that.
Later on in the run?
Yep. And here's one for you, Pete, especially 1964. Mr. Bobby Flay was born today, the American celebrity chef and restaurateur.
Host of Beat Bobby Flay.
There you go. And the last one I have
Iron
for you.
Chef.
Iron Chef.
He is. He's an Iron Chef.
Last one I have for you is for your wrestling fans out there. In 1984, see if you know who this guy is, Pete. Jason Anthony Paul, American wrestler, was born today. I would not know. I would not have known this. And
I know people have mentioned his name. Go ahead.
He was, if you remember, JTG.
Yep.
He was part of the tag team Crime Time with Shad Gaspar.
Yep.
If you remember, it was only about 6-8 months ago that Shad died. He was out swimming
rescuing
with
his kid.
Son, and yes, gave literally his last breath to push his son into the rescue boat, and they found his body 2 days later. He was swept away at that point, but he saved his son's life. So there you go. Those are your celebrity births. And with that, we've got some celebrity deaths for you.
Can't find it.
You can't find them?
No. It.
There we go. May the bells toll. All right, so your celebrity deaths today, starting off in the year 1967. There's actually a few of these that are connected. We've got Mr. Otis Redding, who was born in 1941, the American soul singer. Ronnie Caldwell, who was born in 1948, also an American soul and R&B musician. And then we've got Fallon Jones, who was born in 49, the, again, American soul and R&B musician. All three died along with fellow Bar Key members, Carl Cunningham and Jimmy King, and their valet, Matthew Kelly, as well as the pilot, who was Richard Frazier, in a plane crash on their way to a concert in Madison, Wisconsin. So we're gonna play some Otis Redding in just a minute for you. 1999, Shirley Hemphill passed away. Do you know who that was, Pete?
No.
She was born in 1947. She was a stand-up comedian and actress. She played the part of Shirley Wilson in the ABC sitcom What's Happening from 1976 to 79. I always liked her. She was so funny with that role, and I didn't know that she had passed away. Also, another one, 2005, our final one, Mr. Richard Pryor passed away. He was born in 1940, the American comedian and actor. Now, I could tell you, one of the things that, as you all know, that we do is the Just for Laughs segment. So because it was an anniversary with Richard Pryor in it, his passing, I wanted to play something in that segment with him. I have never worked so hard to find a clean segment before.
Richard Pryor was dirty for his...
Oh, my God, yeah. So we did get something for Richard Pryor, so we're going to be hearing from him a little later on in the show. So those are your celebrity deaths today. Again, December 10th, year 2020, in case you were wondering. So your first song that we have for you, it is 6:29. So as usual, I am behind a little bit. We have some Otis Redding. And when you say Otis Redding for a name, there's only one song that always comes to mind. And I have never played this on the air, so I don't even know if it's a YouTube accepted one. But we're going to do some sitting on the dock of the bay. You are listening to the Bobby G and Company show. Let's take it away with some Otis Redding.
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years. Specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Woohoo! You missed it, folks. Lynn was in here singing Otis Redding and dancing away, and then Ken's promo come on, and we're both in here dancing to the little tunage. Yeah, it was fun. Okay. So it is 6:33. Yep,
he was dancing too.
I was dancing too. I think it was more of a seizure.
I was shaking my head. But
you were shaking your head. Yes. 6:33 in the a.m. So let's jump on to some current facts of the week with some Frankie. Whoa, we're getting hot flashes. Start swinging that baby. Yeah, woohoo. You can do that for the News of the Weird, too, today. Right. We got a story about that. So here is the weekly segment we affectionately refer to as your Keurig Facts of the Week. And as my co-host Lynn always says, if your boss does not have a Keurig machine for you at work, beat him and flog him and just abuse him mercilessly.
Show him the way to Target.
And if you're self-employed,
that's right.
Well, be a little more lenient. You know, I do have to laugh. My wife tells me sometimes that, and I think it's a compliment, that I am an overachiever.
Yes.
And she just, will come up with a topic on something, and she'll just like, she's, damn, Rob, you are an overachiever.
That's why we get along so good.
It is. We have that. We share that same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So with that in mind, and this is what brought this up, did you know, Pete, that on average, humans fart once per hour?
Oh, here we go.
Absolutely.
My wife says I'm an overachiever.
You are.
I said, you know what? It's good to have a hobby. We and this is funny. This is very personal, but it made me laugh. Yeah. She told me apparently I have gas during my sleeping times, but I don't just rip like a normal person. I have what she affectionately calls rabbit farts.
You dribble.
I dribble. They go.
Come on, man.
They go. Boop, 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 boop. And then I discovered the other night, woke myself up, I also on occasion produce clown farts. They just smell funny.
Come on, man.
They smell funny. Come on, work with me. All right, hey, here's two, and here's the next two I did not know. I thought these were pretty cool. Did you know that the armhole in clothing?
Sorry.
So your armhole. Come on.
Yeah.
It was funny. I choked myself.
I know. Hey, yeah. The armhole in clothing is called an armsay. ARMSAYE.
Really?
That's what an armhole is called. I did not know that.
Why can't we call it an armhole?
I don't know, but there's that's like the what do they call those things? I can't think of it. The lits there, the eaglets or whatever for the shoelaces. Did you know? And I did not know this. Jeans were named after Genoa, Italy, where the very first denim cloth was made. I didn't know that either. That's where the name jeans came from.
Wow.
So look at that. You have learned something today. I'm an overachiever. You got armholes and you got jeans. Big finish with Frankie. Hey, Pete, I think the FCC just came to pick this up. Hey, why don't you use this time since we don't have a horny baby today?
Yeah, there was no
She's
event
like nothing.
this week.
So let's do that rocket video you got. You got that ready?
Got a couple minutes. It's a little bit long. I can do it. Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
let's do it. We'll just insert it here.
All right.
So for those of you with the benefit of watching this on television, you are going to see the rocket. Otherwise,
How cool is
you
that?
just get to hear it.
Look at that.
Oh, that is
8,
neat.
7, 6,
That's amazing.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have liftoff.
Now, is there anybody on this rocket?
No, it's completely
It's
unmanned.
on- okay.
At this point, I'm screaming like a kid in my home studio.
That is so cool.
All teams triage alarms.
Look at
This
the,
is only 3 engines. This is slated to have 27.
look at the
Wow.
top right hand picture. That is awesome.
Oh, seeing the Earth go away?
Ah,
This starship, this is the top half of the rocket, basically. This isn't the whole rocket. This is the top half. It's
Wow.
slated to have 27 engines. This is just 3 getting it to 40,000 feet.
Now, this is private sector, right?
Yeah, this is SpaceX.
So if private sector can do this with multiple launches, why has NASA not been able to?
Because they're doing some, they're working in different. Everybody's working in a different market per se. NASA's doing exploration. SpaceX is doing low Earth orbit commercial and exploration. They're doing
Yeah.
both.
now SpaceX, is that just the name of their project, or
No, that's a company
that's the company?
owned by Elon Musk.
He's got cool spacesuits.
But they're what the guys from Everyday Astronaut, Tim Dow, was saying. He goes, it's going a lot more slowly than I thought.
Yeah, I was
Well-
thinking that too.
Well, but it's only 3 engines, and it's lifting the mass of a house or more because, liquid weight,
Yeah.
is higher, weighs a lot more, and there's a lot of fuel in that thing.
So this is just testing the top half of.
Yeah, so I'm watching it, and I see the flame out, right? So you see the flame out in the bottom
Yeah.
right. I'm like, is that planned, or did an engine just flame out? Because these
Right.
are brand new engines, they're brand new. And apparently that was planned. The first flame out was planned to slow it down so it doesn't go above 40,000 feet. Because that was the limit that they had by the federal government. They can only go to like 12 and a half kilometers. So now they're on 2 engines and going up even slower. So you notice on the curvature of the Earth, you're seeing the land go away, and they're at the height of a plane that flies. Planes cruise at 40,000 feet,
Yeah,
between
yeah.
30 and 40,000 feet. So now we're on 2 engines, and I'm like, all right, well, okay, they got 2 engines. They're still going up, and I'm like, holy cow, this thing's actually working on 2 engines. You see the engines moving to keep the attitude straight.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're called what's called gimbaling, and you see little puffs coming out of the thing.
So
now,
how did they recover this?
well, oh yeah, you watch. You'll see it. It's
Okay.
got about another 3 minutes to go in the video, but you'll watch and see. It's spectacular what they do with this. It's just amazing. So you notice it has fins on it.
Okay.
The fins are there to provide control.
I was assuming aerial stabilization.
Yes, when it comes down, not when it goes up. When
Okay.
it comes, because the engines can do that going up.
Okay.
So now you see 2 engines are still gaining some altitude. Apparently, the engine outages were planned. So you're going to see another engine go out now.
Oh,
You
yeah.
saw it go out. Now we're on 1 engine. Now it's starting to lose altitude a little bit. And that's going to shut off as well in about another 20 seconds or so. So now we're on 1 engine at 40,000 feet. It's starting to fall a little bit, and it's starting to pitch over.
So now we got Elon Musk on the ground with a big-ass catcher's mitt waiting for the ball to come back.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just, this is so cool, what they're doing with this. It's just unbelievable. So you're going to see that 1 engine. These are a brand new engine, too. Remember, the engine's never only been tested on the ground
Yeah.
and for short 150-foot hops. This is the first time it's done a high-altitude test. So they're going to kill the other engine in about another couple of seconds. They're maintaining altitude with just 1 engine. You
could
see it's still
definitely-
gaining altitude?
Yeah.
But you can definitely see it changing its position.
Yeah.
And you can see if you really look close, you
And
can
they're going
see,
in. They said they were going into the wind too, because there's upper level winds at that point.
Well, you can see if you look real closely, Gil Gerard is waving out the window.
Isn't that cool? You just think of Buck Rogers.
Yeah.
Or Buster Crabbe.
Yeah, that one's a little older.
Oh, I loved Buck Rogers back in the day.
Hey, did you know that there was one episode with Gil Gerard that they brought Buster Crabbe back?
Really?
He was
All right,
in
so
as a
final engine flame
Oh,
out.
here we
Now
go.
it's pitching over.
Oh.
Now it's basically, 40,000 feet. It's not quite re-entering the atmosphere, but that's pretty high up.
Yeah.
Now the wings fold out.
Well, you can see the
look at the attitude of now. Now you're seeing the curvature of the Earth, basically,
Yeah.
what you see from a plane.
But you're not completely out of the atmosphere because you're seeing atmospheric drag on it.
Right. But think about this. This is like a Buzz Lightyear. I fall with style.
There you go. Falling with grace. Yeah, or whatever it was.
Falling with grace.
Falling with, yeah.
So now the attitude control is going on, and the fins are now directing it basically to come back. And
Yeah,
it's
you
falling.
can see them moving.
You see them moving. They're doing true attitude control.
This is so cool.
So now you're basically have a building on its side falling back to Earth. And some of the views, if you go look on Everyday Astronaut or Spaceflight Now, they have telescopic cameras, and they're showing you perspective. SpaceX is just doing it to document what's happening inside the rocket.
Yeah.
But some of the views from away are pretty freaking wild.
That is pretty neat.
Now, is this out of Florida?
No, this is Boca Chica, Texas.
Yeah, remember
that's
the
right.
Puerto
With the
Rican
crazy
porn queen.
name.
Yes.
Yeah.
So watch this landing. So now it's falling back to Earth. You can see the ground coming up on the right hand top right.
Yeah.
Pretty quickly. Now it's getting to the lower atmosphere, so it's getting some more control.
If you squint, you can see the catcher's mitt coming into view.
Look at how fast it's dropping. It's probably got terminal velocity now.
Pretty close, yeah.
Going through a cloud layer. But watch how they try to land this thing. This is pretty cool. So they got a wider shot. And now they're going back to the engines because they're going to try to propulsively land it. They get a 2-engine light. They're doing a flip over. The engines are aligning. See, the engines are starting to flame out because they've lost fuel pressure.
Oh, my God.
Boom. You see the cameras die?
Yeah.
When the thing exploded.
Was it supposed to do that?
No.
No.
I didn't think so.
So obviously the timing was off. Those rockets should have been on.
No,
sooner.
you know what happened? There's two different tanks. There was a tank for going up, and there was a tank for coming back.
Okay.
And the tank for coming back, the propulsive landing tank, didn't have enough pressure to maintain both engines.
Oh.
So it's supposed to land on 2 engines to slow it down enough to land.
Yeah.
Well, you only got 1 engine. You got 2 engines to light. One
But
engine
only one
flamed out.
intermittently.
One flamed out right away,
Okay.
and so they didn't slow down enough to land properly.
It was still cool.
That was cool.
They got
So-
95 to 97% of the mission right.
So
Wow.
But I mean that's a huge.
It's a huge thing. But if you got people on there, that's not so good.
Well, this is why we test.
Yeah.
And Starship number 8. It did its job.
Yep.
9 and 10 are ready to go. Basically.
Well, let me know when you get to 1701.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll
Imagine
be-
that'd
I'll
be
be
the first
watching
one to
that.
go to the moon.
That'd be cool. So, all right. So, those of you that were listening on the radio, I apologize for that. But if you were watching this on TV, you know that was pretty cool.
That was very cool.
That was
For those of
pretty
us who
awesome.
are space geeks, that was very, very cool.
Yeah, that was pretty neat. So let's jump into some Dark Shadows.
Fitting theme to come out of that video.
All right, Dark Shadows is a section of the show here, the segment that can be a B&T, it can be paranormal in nature, it can be anything. It is my view from the love seat. A lot of times I have Mr. Coles give me the, what do they call that?
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer, thank you, stating, these are my opinions and not anybody rational or intelligent. That is not needed for today. Today is a real simple one. With only 2 weeks until Christmas Eve, we are pretty much coming into crunch time for buying gifts. Soon, very soon, we won't be able to be sure that Amazon or whatever service we use will get us our purchases on time. Perhaps it was because of COVID, but for me, this season came on very quickly. I dare say even faster than previous years. With so much on our collective minds this year, shopping didn't even register until much later in the season than normal. At least
See, a
for
lot of
me.
people bought early.
I've got things that set me off. The first one was add to the cancellation of the Big E this fall, and it never really transitioned from late summer into anything. Fall in New England was pretty much postponed until next year. The Big E, though, is always where I start my Christmas shopping with all of the crafts and unique gifts everywhere. But alas, not this year. So sad. Now it's past time to be beginning my shopping. I should be wrapping things up, both figuratively and literally, not just creating lists. But hey, that's a guy thing. I've even been known to still be shopping on the 24th of December.
I know another
I've
man
done
that does the same
I've
thing.
done that. So, but with
See,
that
most
in
of mine's
mind,
done.
if anyone has any ideas, what do you get for an awesome wife? Let me know. I'm drawing a total blank this year.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Yeah, you know what? She tells me that too. But with that in mind, happy shopping, and try not to kill anybody when you're out there. If there's only one left, just pretend it's a Keurig for your office.
That's right.
Flog them, beat them repeatedly.
Or go to another store.
Go off. No, don't go off.
Don't
make
get
them,
arrested.
Make them go. Yes, get arrested. Those cells are really comfortable this time of year.
You don't want to spend the holidays in jail.
No. Okay. So that's it for your Dark Shadows this week. I've got... Now, Pete, I got to give you this one first. This is the best song on the radio today. Woohoo! Sing it, Lynn. There you go. Sing it. Take it away. Here she goes. Big solo. All right, Pete, this one goes to you first. I thought of you right away with this one. And Lynn, honestly, you're gonna guess. I'm not slamming you. You're gonna guess. So you got a 1 in 4 chance of getting this one right.
I'm going to guess.
You're gonna guess. Yeah.
Right.
There's no rationalizing this one. Pete, how long is the recording track on a CD? Is it A, 1.87 miles, B, 4 miles, C, 60 minutes, or D, 2,000 feet?
How long is the
How
recording
long
track?
is the recording track on a CD? 1.87 miles, 4 miles, 60 minutes, or 2,000 feet?
I think it's 60 minutes.
Okay. Lynn, what's your guess on that one?
That's the only one
That's
that
what-
makes sense. That's what I was going to say.
You were going to say 60 minutes. No, actually, it is 4 miles. A CD is short for compact disc. The one thing that's really compact about it is the spiral track that the laser reads from. It's kind of like an old record, remember? And this track is so narrow, you could literally hide 40 of them within one human hair. So 40 times around with that needle on one hair.
Wow.
The recording path is a long line of pits and bumps that laser light bounces off. The path starts in the center of the disc and wraps around it thousands of times until it reaches the outside about 4 miles later.
Did not know.
I was floored with that. I would not have, and that's what I said. It was not a slam on you. I know you're not like tech savvy like that, but 4 miles, I was totally blown away by that. I actually guessed that only because it was the most ridiculous answer. So that's your Bobby thinking outside of the box. So we got a weather report. Let's do up some weather. All right, joining us again this week from the Bobby G and Company shows Sky One Weather Chopper, my wife, and our chief meteorologist, Hope Goff. Good morning, honey.
Good morning, guys.
Good
Morning,
morning,
Hope.
Today is looking a little chilly but nice. It's going to be mainly sunny today with a high of 45. Winds will be between 10 and 15 miles an hour. Tonight, it will become partly cloudy with a low of 23 degrees. The winds will become light and variable.
Yeah, you're right. Chilly, but nice.
He said I'm right. He said I'm right. In my best Rudolph voice. Sunrise is at 7:08 this morning and sunset will be at 4:18 this evening.
I think that Rudolph line was about being cute, not right. But anyway, so how's the weekend shaping up?
Temperature-wise, warming up a little bit, but it'll be overcast all weekend with rain probable both Saturday and Sunday. Highs will be around 49 on Friday, 45 on Saturday, and 52 degrees on Sunday.
Hey, I'm just glad it isn't any colder out this weekend. Could have been snow. I know you need to get back to the base, so I'll see you after the show.
Bite your tongue. Snow will be here soon enough. No hurry there. Have an awesome show, guys. This is the Chief Meteorologist for the Bobby Ginn Company show, Hope Goff, signing off until next time. Be safe and remember to enjoy the weather.
All right, currently in the Ag 1 Westfield area, 37 big degrees out there. All right, so we got coming up our next song. It is 6:52 in the a.m. We've got the co-host choice, which what that means is that Lynn picks out a song for us. So, Lynn, what'd you take this week?
I picked Rod Stewart, who I've always been a big fan of since, I don't know, as far back as I can remember. So I did some searching on some of his older songs.
Okay.
And I came across Tonight's the Night, which is one of my favorites.
Oh, cool. All right. So without any further ado, Rod Stewart with Tonight's the Night. You're listening to the Bobby G and Company show.
Stay away from my window. Stay away from my back door too. Disconnect the telephone line. Relax, baby, and draw that blind. Kick off your shoes and sit right down. Loosen up that pretty French gown. Let me pour you a good long drink. Oh, baby, don't you hesitate. 'Cause tonight's the night. It's gonna be alright. 'Cause I love you, girl. Ain't nobody gonna stop us now. Come on, angel, my heart's on fire. Don't deny your man's desire. You'd be a fool to stop this tide. Spread your wings and let me come inside. 'Cause tonight's the night. It's gonna be alright. 'Cause I love you, girl. Ain't nobody gonna stop us now. Don't say a word, my virgin child. Just let your inhibitions run wild. The secret is about to unfold. Upstairs before the night's too old. Tonight's the night. It's gonna be alright. 'Cause I love you, girl. Ain't nobody gonna stop us now.
J'ai peu peur. Oh mon Dieu, qu'est-ce qu'il va dire maman? Mon amour, viens plus près, embrasse-moi. Oh, je t'adore beaucoup. Cette nuit et la nuit. Oh oui, cette nuit et la nuit. Oh, je t'aime, je t'aime, je t'aime beaucoup. Cette nuit, oh.
Underwriting is brought to you by Boise Cascade Distribution, providing products and services needed for building material dealers, home improvement centers, and industrial customers. They offer everything from engineered wood and plywood to Drex decking and railing, James Hardie siding, and Advantech subfloor. Located at 33 Fowler Street Extension in Westfield and on the web at bc.com, they are committed to providing quality products, great service, convenience, and value.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, it's Tuesday. Every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
I did it!
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
All right, straight ripped from your headlines. We got some news of the weird. Let's do some news.
Straight from the headlines, huh?
Yeah, Dionne Warwick having sex with midgets. Film at 11.
What?
I don't know.
Don't even go there.
There's a picture of Dionne Warwick on the page with the news of the weird, but she's with two rappers and she's cracking on them, and I don't know.
Yeah, one of them kind of looks like a...
One of them, the name is Chance the Rapper.
Yeah.
And she messaged him. She says, if you were obviously a rapper, why did you put it in your stage name? Can't stop thinking about this. And then the other one, Weekend, which is spelled wrong.
Yeah, The Weekend, yeah.
He says, The Weekend is next. Why? It's not even spelled correctly. She's turning 80. So she's apparently...
Not on my lawn!
Yeah, pretty much. So your news of the weird brought to you by the New York Post.
She's not the only one asking that question, but yeah.
I got one from South Carolina. It's not Florida, but I got South Carolina. We got, he's going to need a much bigger bowl, Jaws little thing there. A 9-pound goldfish. 9 pounds.
I saw a picture
That's
of that.
a fat sucker.
That's like the size of a cat.
He was found swimming in an Oak Grove Lake near Greensville, South Carolina, by researchers studying the lake's health and inhabitants. Anyone missing their goldfish? Country Park officials quipped.
I mean, I've seen a
online with
goldfish that
photo
big.
of the oversized fish. Yeah,
a tree farm we used to go to up in Amherst had goldfish in their pond, and they were big suckers.
Yeah. Goldfish can grow to their environment, but are usually kept in small containers, officials said. No kidding. Really? Dingle. All right. So, fishermen really, all right. Stop butt dialing 911 while crouched over ice holes, said Beltrami County Sheriff's Office in Minnesota. He said this after anglers flooded their emergency line with a large number of pocket and butt dialed 911 calls over the weekend. Cops urged fishermen to stash their cell phones more carefully or shut off their SOS settings.
Put it in their front pocket.
Yeah, something. So here's one for you, and I thought this was kind of funny. Jiggling for Jesus. Pastor Jurgen Matheson, or Matthias, something like that, of Awoken Church in San Diego performed a faux strip cheese, peeling off his tie and waving it around lasso style to protest the state's coronavirus policy that closes churches while allowing strip joints to stay open.
Come on, man.
We decided we are now family awake. We are now Awaken family-friendly strip club. He posted with a video. Okay, yeah, whatever works.
Come on, man.
I know. All right, so here's one.
I agree with him, but I'm still going to play the sound effect.
I agree with him, too.
This one kind of sounds right out of sci-fi, but scarily true. These soldiers will be total fighting machines. France's military plans to develop bionic super soldiers that are resistant to pain and stress. The country's ethical committee of the Armed Forces Ministry approved research on a microchip that releases calming substances into a person's brain. The nation is also developing pills to keep soldiers awake for longer.
You realize that the Nazis did this in World War II, right?
This is
exactly what they're talking
this is some
about.
scary
Except
crap.
for the chip. They did exactly that. They were giving them drugs to keep the soldiers going.
Yeah, this is
terrible.
Like if you watch
it sounds
historical,
like a sci-fi movie.
It's not. It's already been done. The Nazis literally did it to their troops. They were giving them uppers, injecting them with uppers to keep them going.
Yep. All right. So the last one I got for you is a long-lost painting by renowned 17th century Flemish artist, was found in plain sight, hanging in a drab City Hall building. Experts thought a Jacob Jourdain painting of the Holy Family in St. Gilles City Hall in Brussels was a copy, but a recent cultural heritage study revealed it was actually the original, painted in the early 1600s. Imagine that. You think you got a tag sale copy of a painting?
Hey,
and you
City,
find
sell
out-
that. You'll fund your budget.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, wow. So that's your news of the weird. Again, that comes from the New York Post, which brings us into it is 7:02. We're only a little behind. We're going to make up some ground right now. We're going to go into our Floyd fix. This one here, classic Pink Floyd. I dare say they're one of their most famous songs ever, Another Brick in the Wall. You are listening to Bobby G and Company. Here comes the Sky One Weather Chopper. Ha!
Underwriting support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Greater Westfield Chamber of Commerce, the voice of business for the Greater Westfield communities. Informing, educating, advocating, the Chamber provides opportunities for members to make meaningful connections on local, regional, and state levels. For more information on the Chamber's many events, workshops, and programs, as well as the benefits of membership, visit westfieldbiz.org. The Chamber focuses on the most important economy, yours. Join us the third Wednesday of every month with Selectman Joe Didi and his take on everything Southwick.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
All right, there was your Floyd fix for the week. So, if you are a regular listener to the show, you're aware that, a little trivia here for you. I recently got very sick of having pastry as my snack on the air and went to little veggie plates and protein packs and all this stuff from the convenience store. I won't do Pride Station sushi. That ain't happening. I'm not a fan of sushi anyway, but
No, but there's a good, if you like sushi,
no.
there's a good place up at the Barnes Airport
If
now.
I'm paying you that much, you cook the damn thing.
Tokamiro, I think is what it's called.
Tokioki.
The old socks.
Okay. So I've been eating these protein packs, and they come with little flatbreads, which I initially thought was lunch meat. They're little round flatbread breads with little grill marks. This one here today had some Swiss cheese, not Swiss, cheddar cheese, a bunch of grapes, and an egg. I love that one. That one's really good. I like that. And then I have a big old bottle of water to go with it, along with my normal coffee to keep me awake and started in the morning. So this morning, we're getting ready here, and we're doing a song. I don't recall what song it was, and I open a package of Ken's Ranch dressing, and I'm squirting it onto the lid of the protein pack, and Lynn's like looking at me with this very quizzical look on her face, and she's like, "What the hell are you doing with that?" I said, "That's for the little flatbreads." And she even still looked at me as I'm tearing one in half, and they're kind of like little crackers basically, but they're flatbreads. I says, because these damn things are so dry, they suck the moisture right out of your head. And she started cracking up. And I'm like, well, really? I mean, they're tasty. They're really good. But you got to have something with them. So that was a little...
like you, when I first looked at it, I thought it was lunch meat.
Yeah, that's... You imagine my surprise the first time I got it.
And I was like, why is he...
I was like, that's turkey.
Ranch dressing.
Yeah, I thought it was turkey. And, I'm like, what the hell is this? It's definitely not turkey. So I was surprised.
Just sucking the moisture.
Yes, it does. I mean, they're very dry. They do. They suck the moisture right out of your head.
Well, explains a lot.
But those are pretty good. I like these. And I started getting these a couple of months ago now. And I was very upset this morning that did not have my normal veggie one. So I got a second protein one, which I'll end up eating. Yes, for lunch.
I know. I'm just not used to eating healthy.
It's just because I got sick of,
the junk.
It was just, I don't know. You have something, no matter what it is, you have something too much, and it's like, So every Thursday morning, we're on our way in, we stop at the Pride Station, and I get, whatever it is, my New York Post, rather, some lottery tickets, which I won $8 today, by the way, so that's the highest win I've ever had. And, it was just, stuff that we do for a routine, but having something to snack on, big part of this, and got to have the water. So let's go in. As I mentioned, Richard Pryor passed away today in 2005. And so did some research, found a Richard Pryor clip that actually only had one little bit of profanity, and that was edited out by whoever posted this. So this one here is Richard Pryor with the title of it is America Don't Know Who You Are. And it's a clean copy. So this is Richard Pryor. Take it away just for laughs.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry we didn't have any drinks to give you, but we have lovely tablecloths. If you have some mustard, you could eat the tablecloth. I'm doing a stand-up on the show because the people, NBC said, well, America don't know who you are. And you come out and they're scared. They just see black people and they get nervous if they don't know who they are. So you should come out and introduce yourself. I was born. Then they feel safe. Oh, it's all right, Marge. You can watch him. He was born. It's wonderful. And I feel like a kid. I love children because they talk so straight. I love the way they be singing, right? This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. And you ask them questions, they never answer you straight, right? They go, what happened? When, first in, when we went in, Jimmy, then he pulled a thing, and I didn't do it. No matter what you ask them, they be, and when they cuss, they're great. You know, they go, poo-poo-dooey, poo-poo. Beautiful, Jack. My father had a great way of dealing with me. Richard! Come here. No, come here. No, I said come here. No, not back. Bring it up here. Right. What's that reefer doing in your pocket? What, a reefer in your pocket, damn it. What the reefer? I said the reefer in your pocket. And my mother would tell on me, right? She'd be talking, but it hurts me more than it hurts you. I said, well, let him beat your Kids and hillbillies are my favorite people. Because hillbillies are like children, too. You know, they don't know what they're talking about either, you know. You ever get lost in the South and ask the hillbilly directions? They tell you the history of the world, but they never tell you where you want to go. I say, how do you get down? Well, I'll tell you what you do, boy. You take Junction 35 and you drive down about 14 miles. You make a left turn up there by the big hog sign. Jed Wells built that hog sign up there back in 1927. And it has a big snout coming out of it, because I remember, old boy, had a semi, was driving down through there, and the jackknifed on him and just flipped over the road. Cans and everything laid all around. What'd you ask me? This is beautiful. Travel. Crashes worry me. You know, I'm afraid to fly because I think I'm going to die. And I don't want to die. I don't want to die because if I die, I'll leave some money. And my folks are going to argue over the money. In my family, my grandmother will argue over money. My grandmother, because anybody dies in the family, she takes everything. Oh, my grandmother gets, don't tell me when he died, he had a shoebox up in the closet with the money in it. And he had that ring belonged to my brother Bill. It's great. You go to black funerals. Black people have a fit at funerals. White people go to funerals and you're just dead. Yep, that's it. Is that dirt necessary? Now, black people fall out of funerals. Wow!
There we are. There we are. We're back now. Okay, the awesome Richard Pryor.
He was so funny in his day.
He was.
Yeah.
He really was. So he's always good for a good chuckle here. So let's jump into our weather report with some Sky One action.
Sure. Hold on.
All right. She's doing like triple duty today. She had the Pink Floyd intro that she had to fly in for, and the weather report. All right, joining us again this week from the Bobby G and Company shows Sky One Weather Chopper, my wife, and our chief meteorologist, Hope Goff. Good morning, honey.
Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Morning, Hope.
Today is looking a little chilly but nice. It's going to be mainly sunny today with a high of 45. Winds will be between 10 and 15 miles an hour. Tonight, it will become partly cloudy with a low of 23 degrees. The winds will become light and variable.
Yeah, you're right. Chilly, but nice.
He said I'm right. He said I'm right. In my best Rudolph voice. Sunrise is at 7:08 this morning and sunset will be at 4:18 this evening.
I think that Rudolph line was about being cute, not right. But anyway, so how's the weekend shaping up?
Temperature-wise, warming up a little bit, but it'll be overcast all weekend with rain probable both Saturday and Sunday. Highs will be around 49 on Friday, 45 on Saturday, and 52 degrees on Sunday.
Hey, I'm just glad it isn't any colder out this weekend. Could have been snow. I know you need to get back to the base, so I'll see you after the show.
Bite your tongue. Snow will be here soon enough. No hurry there. Have an awesome show, guys. This is the Chief Meteorologist for the Bobby Dean Company show, Hope Goff, signing off until next time. Be safe and remember to enjoy the weather.
All right, currently 37 degrees out there in the Westfield Agawam area. So listen, we are 7:19 in the AM, and we're coming up on our next. I'm just going to jump right into another song here. This is our Nason Connection, and this will actually put us back on time. Woohoo!
I noticed.
It's our 7:15 song. So Danny Nason, good friend of the shows and ours, and
is welcome on Christmas Eve if he wants to stop
I already
by.
spoke to him about that.
Yep.
He's every week he picks a song for us if we're on a multiple hour show, 3 hours or more. He pick out a double play for us. So this week, being a 2-hour broadcast, he had just a one. So I was like, okay, you never know what Danny's going to pick.
I love his music.
He picks out great stuff, but you never know what's going to come out.
Don't even tell them. They don't need to know. They'll hit it on the first 3 bars.
Yeah, this is definitely one you're going to know this song no matter what.
This
so
whole
without
record is awesome. Every song on this album is phenomenal.
All right. So without any further ado, let's jump into the Nason Connection with the mystery song. Take it away, Peter.
Understand
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Listen to me, Michael Buster McMahon, Mondays 8 to 10 a.m. to learn the stories behind your favorite songs. Or don't. I'm not the boss of you.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
All right, good morning, everybody. Once
I don't know
again,
if you guys saw it, but
Yes, we
Mr.
saw
Douglas was bouncing down the hallway.
Oh, no.
I cranked up the speaker and he heard the song playing, and he's dancing down the hallway.
That is funny.
Out to the
He wasn't the only one dancing, Peter.
No,
That's
I
true.
saw
Oh,
you.
Yeah, I was.
So, in case you guys missed that, the mystery song was Black Sabbath, Iron Man. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
No,
Only
that
in the
was-
Bizarro universe.
Yes. So, obviously, from the Bee Gees Staying Alive from the Saturday night.
Good stuff.
Saturday Night Fever.
Saturday Night Fever.
Live.
Saturday
And,
Night Fever.
John
Oh,
Travolta before he was a putz. Yeah. And I can tell you, and like Pete said, we had people dancing down the hallways with this one. Pete was in the studio. He was dancing.
I cranked up the speaker in the
Lynn
control
and
room.
Lynn and I are in here dancing. If you were not doing the back and forth thing with the arm,
something wrong with
yeah, you're comatose.
If you can't get a crowd dancing when you're DJ to that song, you might as well
No
hang it up.
kidding.
Shut off the
just-
speakers and
just
go home.
Stop and you're
Pete,
all
all you
done.
needed was the white polyester suit.
That would have been
Negative.
I would have paid to see that.
No
Polyester and I are not a mix.
No, that would have been fun. Come on.
Oh,
I like
what
the
a
next
great
song you got up
movie.
too.
Yeah, this
Oh,
this
yeah.
next one. I haven't played this one in a while. I like this one too. So we are 7:27 in the AM. We are actually 3 minutes ahead of the game.
Yes.
We made up 20 minutes. What a concept.
That's because
We
we
are
didn't
that good?
talk a lot. But anyways.
But so when's the next SpaceX launch? What's going on with that now? That
Well, the next launch, I think, is a Delta IV Heavy today.
okay.
SpaceX has one, I think, this weekend, which is just a regular satellite. They're launching a new satellite for Sirius XM.
Okay.
The music company, yeah. They're launching a satellite for them. But, simultaneous with the regular manifest that they have, they also have all this Starship stuff, which is all just experimental. So, they got a lot. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was saying before.
The
I mean,
launch tempo is way up.
It seems that NASA would launch once every 18 months, and
Well,
these
because the
guys are, like,
shuttles-
every other weekend.
Well, the shuttles were a very complex machine, a lot more complex than they thought.
Okay.
It was the most complex flying machine ever created.
What you would expect.
Well, no, yes and no. I mean,
If it's your next modern technology, it should be more complicated than your previous one.
they didn't really regress, but they refined. So
Yeah.
SpaceX has gotten really good. They were laughed at when they were told we're going to try to recover our booster and use it again. Everybody laughed at them. You can't do that. It's expendable. You don't do that.
Yeah.
It falls in the ocean and burns up. Well, they said we're going to do it, and it took them a while, but they did it, and they've had just over 100 launches now for SpaceX in the company's career. So since 2011, when I went down there for the last shuttle launch, it was like their first or second launch. So since 2011, they've had 100 launches, and they've recovered, I think it's 65 boosters now.
So now, how many? And I don't know if you'll know this.
It's amazing.
But if they've recovered these boosters, how many times have they reused the most?
I think the record is 7.
They've actually used one booster 7 times.
Yes, the record is 7 now.
Jeez
It's either
Louise.
6 or 7. Yeah.
Wow, what a cost saving that must be.
Well, and so the cost saving on that is a customer pays, and they're still cheaper than everybody else per launch. They're far cheaper than United Launch Alliance, whatever. So the customer pays for the booster. SpaceX recovers it, right?
Yeah.
Still does the mission according to the customer spec. They get, they recover the booster, and now they're using it for their own purposes for Starlink, their internet in the sky. So they're reusing boosters at a very diminished cost. So say a launch is 55, 60 million. I think that's the price range for a launch, brand new.
Really?
55, 60 million. United Launch Alliance charges minimum 120 million.
Okay.
So per launch, just to get into space. And that's pretty good price. So now every time SpaceX reuses a booster with minimal refurbishment, that cost continues to go down. So now they're launching their Starlink satellites at about 22 million a launch.
Okay.
So think about that cost savings for them as a company and trying to launch this constellation of satellites into orbit to provide internet to places that don't get broadband right now. So they're saving the customer pays the original thing because they want a brand new rocket, right? SpaceX recovers it and the cost continues to go down launch after launch after launch. And these boosters are designed to go 10 plus launches.
Wow.
So the economics of it are unbelievable.
Huh.
And they're the only company right now. I know Rocket Lab with the Electron rocket is trying to recover it via parachute, their first stage. But they're the only company recovering boosters right now. Roscosmos in Russia is saying that that's something we got to work on now. But nobody else is doing it.
You know, when we were watching that footage, do you remember any of the episodes of the old Jerry Anderson UFO series?
No.
You don't remember that? They had a lunar module that would be that's how they got their personnel up to their moon base. And it was actually a part of a jet, and this jet would fly up to whatever height, and then it would disengage from the jet and fly through space to the moon. But it looks a lot like your rocket that we saw.
Starship,
and it actually lands the same way.
Yeah.
Which I thought was pretty cool.
Yep.
That's what I thought of more than Buck Rogers, but that was pretty cool watching that.
Yeah, it literally is the first that was the first step to Mars for SpaceX.
Now, Mars,
and they've already been contracted by NASA to provide a lunar lander version of Starship.
But now what I read as
That's
far
not
as
made
you,
to
were,
land on
you
the
just
Earth
mentioned
ever.
Mars, what I had read recently about a Mars mission was that they were going to launch that from space, whether it was from a moon base that was not built yet, or from the
No, it's a way station.
The
They're
space
gonna-
station.
the Artemis program for NASA uses the moon as a jumping off point.
Yeah, because it's going to be a ton easier to take off from the moon or from the orbital to go to Mars than it would be to come from an
Right,
atmosphere.
you launch elements into space from here, and then you do a final refueling and launch from there. Yes,
Yep.
it's more economical to do it that way.
And they're actually finding now, I thought this was fascinating, they're actually finding now that there are the raw elements on the moon.
Oh yeah, there's water on the moon. You just got to get to it.
Yeah, to actually provide materials
Listen, if
for
we
the
had
rocket.
kept up the momentum of Apollo, we would have colonized the moon by now.
Well, the aliens on the dark side did not want that, so that was a whole separate issue.
You're saying if we had kept up that momentum, we'd be moon citizens by now.
Yeah.
So just saying.
I mean,
we would have been moon citizens by the mid to late 70s.
It's just amazing. You know, you look at like we were just talking, the recovery of those rockets. You know, I got used to NASA once a year, every 18 months, whatever it was,
Launch a
sending
shuttle.
something up.
Yeah.
And now these guys are like, hey, it's Tuesday. Let's fire a rocket. Hey, what the hell? It's Thursday. Let's do it again.
The backlog for SpaceX, and if you look on their manifest list, is enormous. They can't launch them fast enough, and they're doing it safely.
Yeah.
You know, they've had one rocket loss in flight that was not on purpose.
Yeah.
So one got terminated because of they had to do it for a NASA test for their capsule.
Okay.
So they had to show that the capsule could get away from a rocket in flight to prove that you could save the astronauts. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And they were going to try to land that one, but the force of the capsule pulling away from it made the rocket unstable, and they had to terminate it. It broke up in flight.
Oh.
But they were going to try to land that one.
But the capsule was able to safely disengage.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Then you
the
had
test was successful, but
Yeah.
the force of the engines pushing back on the rocket
Damaged
made
the
the
rocket.
actual rocket unstable. That's
Yeah.
how forceful they are.
Wow.
The Super Draco thrusters is what they call them on the capsule.
Huh.
That's-
This stuff is just so cool.
Yeah, that's why I love it.
It is. It's awesome.
I love it, and I'm trying to get it as part of the STEM curriculum around here to kind of, you know, maybe have our next generation of engineers and scientists.
How about floating cars? Can I work on floating cars?
No, it's already
I
been
want
done.
floating cars.
It's already been done. They have
Yeah, Subaru has one, but it stops at every tree. All right. So, listen, let's jump into another song here. We got, this is one I haven't played in a while, really a great tune. A lot of miles with some Black Velvet. You're listening to Bobby G and Company right here on WSKB. Whoop.
Support for community radio on WSKB provided by Westfield Electroplating. Employing over 140 skilled platers, painters, and technicians, Westfield Electroplating was founded in 1946 and was the first company in the country to achieve National Aerospace and Defense Contractor Program accreditation, proudly maintaining that status for over a decade. Westfield Electroplating provides over 50 quality finishes to meet your corrosion, cosmetic, or performance needs. On the web at www.westfieldplating.com or 413-568-3716. Westfield Electroplating, putting the finishing touches on technology.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for ArtSpeed, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
All right, good morning once again, everybody. This is Bobby Goff, and you are listening to the Bobby G and Company show right here on WSKB 89.5, or maybe, just maybe, you're watching us on your local Channel 15s. So 7:40 in the a.m., coming to the last 20 minutes of yet another broadcast. And Pete's in there very animated in the studio with somebody. I don't know who he's having a conversation with, but very, very animated. So, Lynn,
What?
talk to me.
About
Christmas shopping.
Yeah.
Have you finished? Are you done? Are you one of those people that I want to hate?
Yes, I am. I'm even all wrapped.
You're not wrapped. You
I
are.
am.
You are.
I just spent
You
3
are
days
the least
wrapping.
wrapped person I know. Okay.
I'm wrapped tight.
You are not wrapped. Yeah, no. Yeah. Okay.
No, I'm done. I mean, I got a couple of little things left to get, but
Well, I know you got some big gifts yet to get too. 'Cause I know you were talking about getting me an Xbox this year. And
oh, you're getting coal.
getting coal?
Yeah, you're getting coal.
I got rid of that furnace.
Sorry, I was talking to Mr. Poulin. His son was an aircraft mechanic in the military, and now he's working for SpaceX down in he works on Starship.
Sweet.
That is. Was that the guy you were talking about yesterday at the meeting?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, that's Mr. Poulin's
And
son.
he got you all those decals.
He was down there at Thanksgiving hoping that they were going to launch then.
Okay.
He went down to visit his son for the week, and he didn't get to see it, but he said, my son went down there, and they originally did a scrub, and he said he said he had to find somewhere to go to the bathroom. and then he made it back and saw it. He says it's the most impressive thing. He said that the SpaceX team is super happy because that was for them, that was a success, because even though it exploded and it didn't slow down enough, it still landed perfectly vertical.
Mm-hmm.
And that was what they wanted to accomplish. So that was a huge success for them. They're super happy down there right now.
Now, when he goes down and visits his son during a launch period or anything like that, does he actually get to go on base, campus, whatever you want to call it? During
No. They close all that. You can get to a spot, like if you go to the beach.
Yeah.
There's certain areas in the beach where you can stay. They don't shoo you away because you're outside of them.
Okay.
They want to get you outside of a 2-mile radius because that's like a blast zone.
Gotcha.
So they want you outside of a 2-mile radius. And then there's a corridor which the thing passes out towards sea, which they want to keep you out of too. That's why they put up the warnings for
And
boaters.
that's just common sense safety.
Yeah, they put up warnings for boaters and aircraft. So that was the big thing. So they're super psyched about it, and they're flying high right now at SpaceX. So that was a huge success for them.
So if you have a boat that's out in that general area, they hook you up with a tarp that's got concentric circles on it. You just put that on the top of your boat somewhere on the roof, and you're good. Little bullseye action.
Yeah.
It's like that game that back in the 80s, I don't even know if you remember this, Pete, or if you ever saw this. There was a game called Pot Shots. You ever heard of that?
No.
Pete, you ever heard of it? No, Lynn, I wouldn't expect you. It was little paper, like, drawings of, like, battleship ships.
Okay.
And you would put them in the toilet and pee at them to kill them. And Pot Shots was the name of that game.
Are you kidding me?
I saw it, but I never played it. But yeah, I thought that was funny, and it even came with a targeting site.
I'm not going there. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
That was so funny. Pot Shots. Look that one up. Get that one on. I just made the list. Yeah.
Top of the list.
Be able to check that one out on eBay. Gee. You have eBay wondering, why is everybody looking for potty pot shots?
Yeah, no.
Oh, man, that's too funny. So, listen, one of the things that I do like about the radio show, and Lynn and I were talking about this, it's really cool to be able to play music that other people really like. My wife is so proud of her weather segments because, with her working, she can't come in and do the show with us. But yet, by having the weather, she is a part of the show every single time. And I think that's cool that she takes so much pride in this. So and it was funny. Oh, my God, we were laughing. Now, we taped the weather segment the night before, and I send it over to Pete. So I actually draw up a script for the weather. And we should really, and I should start saving them, we should start a blooper reel because it is so funny when one of us botches it. And like last night, it was me. And we're doing this, and I botched it big time, and I'm laughing, and I dropped the F-bomb on it and everything. And we're just both cracking up. And then, obviously, I delete it, I erase it, and then we start afresh again. And the hardest part is that you're still laughing from the first take, and you're trying to be straight-faced and do the second take, and it's just so much fun. But the point is that our families are very much so a part of the presentations that we do, the shows and everything else. Lynn's got, the co-host choice, which her husband Jimmy sometimes gives her some help with. We've got, obviously Danny Nason with the Nason Connection. But my wife has got some music that totally loves it. And this next song that I'm going to play for you, again, not in my comfort zone, you could say, but it's one of my wife's favorite songs. So
Time to get some funk.
I do this, yeah, exactly.
Right.
So we're going to do some old school. We're going to do some Earth, Wind, and Fire. This is my wife's one of her favorite songs. This one, non-Queen, by the way. This one here is September. Coming at you with the Bobby G and Company show. Here you go, honey. Woo!
While chasing the clouds away.
All right, some September coming in December. I guarantee if my wife is up, she was just
Dancing?
big time boogie
Boogieing,
dancing,
yeah.
getting down. Yep. She likes to do that. She'll, for a little exercise or whatever, when the mood strikes her, she'll put on some dance music and she just goes nuts. And
I don't blame her. Stuff like that, you could do housework too. I dance.
You can?
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's why I don't play that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes you move. You want to move.
Yeah.
It's been a busy disco second half of the show. Today.
It has.
love
I mean,
it.
yeah. I mean, and Pete, you know, now without giving it away, the last song that we're going to end the show with. Have you ever heard that song before?
I don't think. Maybe if I've actually heard it, I don't know.
It's
No.
kind of like Wildfire, what they call country pop. Just I don't know what it is about that song. I just really
Okay.
like the song. So we'll check that out.
I don't know
First
if I've
time
heard it.
No, first time I've ever played that on the air. So we are coming to the end of the show. It is 7:50. So Pete, we've got was it Tiger Talk is coming in?
Yes, Tiger Talk's coming in.
So we got 10 minutes till they come on. Should I be an overachiever or should I wait until the car ride home?
Oh no! Don't you dare!
Can't wait till you get outside. No more eggs.
All right,
for
no
you.
more eggs for me. Okay.
No more eggs.
So all right, so yeah, really. So we got
Come on, man.
Come on, man. So hey, we killed yesterday at that meeting that we had at the tank. I got Freddie, the fruit fly, and then discovered that he had a twin.
Yep, that's Joe.
I was just like so distraught with that. But anyway, so here's the next segment of the show that we affectionately refer to as Amy's father's terrible dad joke of the week.
That's about right.
All right, so Lynn, this is a question for you. Are you ready? Big
I'm
quiz.
ready.
Big quiz. What is the difference between a red light and a green light?
Nothing. I go through both.
Again, they're both suggestions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. The answer to that remind me never to drive with you again. Yeah. As long as you are on the sidewalks in Westfield, Agawam, or wherever you may be, you are in danger. Be careful. If you see a big Ford truck coming at you,
run.
Yes, it's yeah.
I'm a good shot,
Be
so
afraid. Be very
I don't think
afraid.
you can run fast enough.
Targeting a
Target.
client.
Yeah, what are you talking about? You're a good shot.
You're more
Talking
accurate than a
about-
SpaceX rocket.
Really? Yeah. She's got the landing down
That's
right.
right.
You know? Oh man, terrible. But yeah, Lynn is one of those drivers that you want to be careful of.
Propaganda.
It's not propaganda.
Fake news.
I
Fake
have
news.
the
If you read it
fingernail.
on the internet, it
the
makes
yeah. Hey, they don't lie on the internet. All right, Pete. Let's do up our last weather of the report of the day here. All right, joining us again this week from the Bobby G and Company shows Sky One Weather Chopper, my wife, and our chief meteorologist, Hope Goff. Good morning, honey.
Good morning, guys.
Morning, Hope.
Today is looking a little chilly but nice. It's going to be mainly sunny today with a high of 45. Winds will be between 10 and 15 miles an hour. Tonight, it will become partly cloudy with a low of 23 degrees. The winds will become light and variable.
Yeah, you're right. Chilly, but nice.
He said I'm right. He said I'm right. In my best Rudolph voice. Sunrise is at 7:08 this morning and sunset will be at 4:18 this evening.
I think that Rudolph line was about being cute, not right. But anyway, so how's the weekend shaping up?
Temperature-wise, warming up a little bit, but it'll be overcast all weekend with rain probable both Saturday and Sunday. Highs will be around 49 on Friday, 45 on Saturday, and 52 degrees on Sunday.
Hey, I'm just glad it isn't any colder out this weekend. Could have been snow. I know you need to get back to the base, so I'll see you after the show.
Bite your tongue. Snow will be here soon enough. No hurry there. Have an awesome show, guys. This is the chief meteorologist for the Bobby G and Company show, Hope Goff, signing off until next time. Be safe and remember to enjoy the weather.
I got no mic. There it is. All right.
Hit the
Currently,
button, it just didn't button.
that's all right. Currently 39 degrees outside today. So, yeah, I mean, hey, Cool but
Bad.
nice. I can, yeah. As long as there's no white stuff in the air, I'm okay with that.
I had mood snow yesterday.
You had mood snow?
Yeah, we had a flurry for a little while. It was falling so slowly.
Yeah, it was
It was
pretty.
just a flake here there. I call that mood snow.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right. Did
true.
it put you in a mood?
Yeah.
All right, good.
I think he said moon.
No, mood.
Mood. What did-
Oh,
M-O-O-D.
mood. I thought you said moon.
No,
snow.
mood.
Because when I was driving home last night, it was dark out, obviously, and
Mm-hmm.
it was snowing pretty good when I got home.
Yeah, snow
Was it really?
showers yesterday.
Yeah, it was probably like 7-ish, 7:30.
Yeah, you closed the bar early.
I did. It was dead. It was
Yeah.
quiet.
Well, you the first time you're open on Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of expected. But sorry, so listen, 7:55. We are coming to the end of yet another episode of the Bobby G and Company
As
show.
the world turns.
Yes, yes. So listen, I want to thank everybody for taking the time out of their busy schedule to listen to the show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe you got a chuckle out of it. Hopefully, yeah, you enjoyed it and maybe even learned something too, like what the armhole is called.
Oh, jeez.
Arm say. Yes, come on. That's going to be at the Peter Cole's on a trivia night when he goes
Nope.
back to the bars after COVID.
Sure.
So that'll be one of them. We'll be ready. All the listeners will have a heads up on that one. But, hey, it's all fun and games. So, listen, we're going to be back again next week. We've got just next week. Is that a 2-hour still?
Yes,
It's still
it should
school,
be, yeah.
right? So we're expecting a 2-hour broadcast. Then we're coming back on Christmas Eve with a 4-hour broadcast with lots of surprises, lots of things going on that day. That's going to be an incredible show. And we'll give you more details next week on what you can expect on the Christmas Eve broadcast, as well as maybe some interaction and some good stuff maybe going on. So with all that in mind, again, thank you so much for listening to the show. Remember, I want you to really be safe out there. People are going to be stressed out because of Christmas with shopping. I am one of them. Keep that in mind and just kind of, when it gets too much, just take a deep breath, relax.
Pour a drink.
And, or
Yeah.
10. And my doctor said, don't drink so much, so I got bigger glasses. And so we got that good going on there. I want to see you back again here next week. And so please be safe, be kind to each other, and enjoy. So our final song I'm going to leave you folks with is a song called, from a band named Dakota Moon, which I guess they're country, I guess you could say.
Ew.
Yeah, but this is not a country song to me.
It's where we call it classic rock and roll. That's where it went.
Maybe like a
it's
southern
true.
rock or country
Yeah,
pop, as
yeah.
Wildfire says. Kayla and Kelly like to call it country pop. So this one here is Looking for a Place to Land. And I just always thought this was an awesome tune. So with all that in mind, folks, take care. We're going to leave you with some Dakota Moon. You've been listening to Bobby G and Company right here on WSKB 89.5, or maybe you've been watching us on your channel 15. Folks, be good, take care, be safe. God bless.
There was a man in his car trying to talk to me. Drove up on a red 1963, shouting numbers in neighborhood streets. I said, I would know. And then I said to myself, what's he looking for? An illegitimate son with an open door, or else a calling from God he could not ignore. Guessing my own way, just like him, I'm wondering right away. But all that we all done, we're looking for a place to land, we're looking for a friend to call, we're looking for a destination, conversation, fascination to protect us from the fall. We're looking for one to love, we're looking for a brand new day, we're looking for a reason to stay, looking for a place